Amigos, hay una nueva serie que seguramente ustedes van a disfrutar o por lo menos les va a causar muchísima curiosidad porque tiene una temática bien interesante. Se llama The Innocents y hoy tengo la oportunidad de estar con sus protagonistas. Guys, thank you for having me.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. So you play a character that has so many faces and that somehow I think it gets affected by all the things that she sees and receives from other people's points of view. So how did you incorporate that into your performance?
Well, it was a complicated one. It was quite a complicated process to maintain her sort of sense of identity, despite the fact that so many other actors were coming in and playing her for their sort of the duration of those scenes. I think the emphasis for us was always to kind of strip away all the science fiction and all the craziness and really focus on where these characters are in their journey and what they're feeling and in their relationship, where they are in this relationship, and to try and as much as possible not pay attention to all the dramatic sort of visual effectsy stuff, to make it a really real, emotionally honest portrayal.
Yeah, more human.
Yes.
Yeah, more about the relationship side.
Yes.
I think that sounds really good.
Both ran away to be who we wanted to be.
What happens next?
And actually I think that Harry and June are not only new in this shape-shifting area, but also in the relationship world.
Yes.
So how is having disabilities is going to shape the relationship through the series?
I think anything, making a choice, any kind of choice you do in regards to a relationship is going to have its effects. But when your partner has the ability to shift and it's uncontrollable, it's you don't really know what you're going to kind of get each day. But I think the way that they cope is something that's true to the message of what The Innocents is about. If you love someone and how far do you go to love that person and loving them for everything that they might go through, whatever changes or evolutions we do in terms of our characters, we change every single day, and in a relationship, you would also naturally change, and it's about still finding what is true to you and what is true to the relationship ultimately.
Yeah, you're doing great, your character. I mean, because as women, I think with that we change every day, or like our mood. It's a big thing that you have to carry.
But I guess it's an extrapolation of something that I think everyone goes through, both sort of individually, going from a young person, a teenager, into the real world. That's a big change. But also, as a relationship, I was thinking this the other day for the first time that actually, that their relationship would have changed anyway.
Yes.
Because their relationship has been carried out in secret until they run away, and so that it would have had to adapt anyway, but it's just obviously magnified by this very dramatic
And it is
occurrence.
adapting as well. I just thought about that. On the journey as we're running away, we're kind of still uncovering who we are.
Yeah,
and
that
stuff.
we sort of know each other in our secret relationship way,
It's
which
like,
isn't the same as living every day with someone and seeing their good sides and their bad sides.
And I think that's something that always pops into people's mind when they see that someone can have this ability of changing shapes and faces. It's like, you guys, if you could have a chance to shift your body and face from a famous actor, who actor would that be? Or a character in history?
A character.
Oh, a character in history. Just their face, or to be them?
Yeah, you can be that person for a day, yes.
I feel like Mary Queen of Scots.
Oh?
Yeah.
That's fancy.
Yeah, I find that a really fascinating period of history. So I feel like she was a pretty badass woman. I feel like that'd be quite interesting.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm so stuck on this question. I absolutely, there's so many different relevant people that
I know. We end up just like saying lists. It's
Yeah,
like I want to be
yeah.
this person and this person and this person.
I think the other day I said that I wanted to be an eagle, a bird. So
Really?
it just changes every day. Yeah. I just want to imagine flying and just being able to see the whole world. That would be cool.
And it would be great if you could do it by choice. Obviously, in the show, it is not by choice.
Yes.
It kind of just happens accidentally.
Triggered by the
It's very
emotion
traumatic
or what you're kind of going
experience,
through.
yeah.
And how was your experience working with Guy Pearce, who is like such an experimental actor?
I mean, I feel like most of our conversations just involve sort of going, oh my god, I
Yes.
can't believe he's so cool.
Yeah.
It was really, certainly for me, I'm sure for you too,
Yeah.
that it was a really inspiring
Okay.
experience working with him, that he's such a pro and he knows his stuff
Yeah.
like nobody I've ever worked with, for sure. And it was such a real learning experience being around him and seeing how he works and his kind of commitment to the truth of
Yeah.
of
Very,
these scenes.
very
you know.
selfless, you know,
Very,
and
yeah.
composed and
Generous, I think, with us, because
Yeah.
obviously we're relatively inexperienced compared to him, and so he was very generous with his
Yeah.
advice and time.
Oh, that's great.
Plus the rest of the cast as well, you know. I think
Yeah.
that's also a big thing to mention.
my God,
Everyone is phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
I'm literally watching everyone's performances, going, oh man, I can't wait to
And
be
it's
like that.
fantastic too, because obviously, like
Oh,
these
come
people
on.
you don't, you might not necessarily have heard of, because they're all, you know, a lot of them are Scandinavian actors, but
yeah.
actually, they're Laura Björn, for example, who plays my mum, is a really, you know, top working actress in
Yeah.
Finland, and I'm so
Okay.
excited that.
Yeah.
That these people who are such legends and you know professionals in their worlds are now getting exposed to the kind of audience
just
that
thought-
Netflix
Yes.
has.
Arthur was also, this is his first like TV.
This is his first film
yeah,
job.
Yeah, film job. So there's also
Okay.
new coming actors like ourselves who are, you know, introduced into this big project and this big
Yeah.
world, but then also there's
It's a real
experienced
variety of-
actors as well.
yeah.
So there's a nice mixture of just,
Absolutely.
rawness.
That's
and,
great.
yeah.
Great casting.
Yeah.
So congratulations, you guys.
Thank
I hope
you.
the series gets very well received in Latin America.
Thank you so
very
Thank
much.
you so much.